This is Billionaire Mondays. Every Monday, we present you with another billionaire. Today, we're looking at 15 things you didn't know about Vitalik Buterin. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello, Aluxers. Welcome to another fact-filled video about the legends of our era. Today, we look at a young genius whose innovative ideas have revolutionized the worlds of technology and opened a new avenue of exploration for global economics. Vitalik Buterin, born on January 31st, 1994 in Moscow Oblast, is only 24 years old and has already grown an international reputation for his accomplishments. He's the co-founder of Ethereum, a blockchain platform which develops upon the idea of Bitcoin by providing smart contracts so that independent companies can build apps and trade freely. But it's something that may be essential to understand in the future world of global business. By the end of this video, you still may be baffled by the entire concept of blockchain, Ether, and Ethereum, but you'll definitely know more about the man who masterminds it all. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. So, let's get to it. Number 1. Buterin's genius was recognized as early as the 3rd grade. At 6 years old, Vitalik's parents decided to move to Canada in order to find better work opportunities. His father was a computer programmer. Originally, Vitalik was placed in the provincial school system and was underwhelmed by education. When his parents moved him to a private school, he began to show more interest. At the age of 7, he was placed into a special class for gifted children. He was given work to challenge him and stimulate his brain in ways that the mainstream education system did not. Even amongst the gifted children, his math teacher noted that Vitalik's speed for mental arithmetic was twice that of his other classmates. Number 2. Ethereum was introduced in 2015. Vitalik Buterin's brainchild went live in July of 2015. The project had been made possible by crowdfunding throughout 2013 and 2014. When Ethereum was introduced, each piece of currency was worth about $15. The project was started slowly and away from the attention of mainstream media. It was important for Vitalik to test the stability of this new platform before encouraging the global market to get on board. By 2017, he was ready, and the benefits of using Ethereum became widely shared with the general public. Number 3. 2017 saw Ethereum's value increase by 13,000%. The response to Ethereum's potential for businesses was more overwhelming than anyone had imagined, with the value of Ether skyrocketing by 13,000%. One of the main reasons that Vitalik was worried about sharing the concept of Ethereum with the wider world was because he didn't believe they were ready for it. He felt that the general public would get overexcited about the potential of Ethereum and therefore give it an unrealistic value. That's exactly what happened, and was being sold for as much as $1,400. Vitalik himself even warned that this is not sustainable, and as predicted, the price had fallen to $200 by September 2018. Number 4. Buterin's net worth is impossible to calculate. Buterin's net worth is impossible to calculate. Most of his wealth is in the form of Ethereum. By the standard of April 2017, he was estimated to be worth over $1.4 billion. Now, though, it's believed that his net worth is closer to $200 million. Huge fluctuations in such a short period of time speaks volumes about how little the global market actually understands the value of cryptocurrencies. Vitalik himself is not worried about such things. As far as he's concerned, it's more important to replace the instability of the current economic system with algorithms and computations that cannot be influenced by fickle things such as mass hysteria and media hype. Number 5. Ethereum's estimated value of $200 billion is based on potential, not reality. Ethereum estimated value of $200 billion is based on potential, not reality. The valuation of Vitalik's invention is based on its potential as a global marketplace where businesses and individuals can trade freely in cryptocurrencies without the need of transaction fees and other tariffs. However, Vitalik himself says that this valuation is dangerous. One of the main things that he and others at the forefront of cryptocurrency development are currently focusing on is bridging the gap between the potential of Ethereum and real-time quantifiable value. Number 6. In 2017, 4chan started a rumor that Vitalik had been killed in a car accident. When the hype surrounding Ethereum had reached its peak, a rumor quickly went viral about the death of Buterin. As a result, the value of Ethereum dropped by a staggering $4 billion. This goes to show how important and influential Buterin is as an individual. His knowledge surpasses all others in a field that is cautiously advancing every single day. If he could no longer bestow his wisdom on the development of cryptocurrency as a global economic concept, then its progress would be substantially slowed down. Number 7. Google tried to hire Buterin in April of 2018. Google's hiring process became the laughingstock of a recent interview with Vitalik Buterin. Buterin explained the story. A random HR individual from Google emailed him, probably because a machine learning algorithm investigated his GitHub and found he had a high score at the Global Olympiad. Outwardly, he fits the blueprint as a good applicant for hiring at an intern income. Whoever that HR person was must feel rather sheepish right now. You almost just have to ask yourself, how did that person get past Google's hiring process themselves in the first place? Number 8. Nouriel Roubini trolls Buterin and Cryptoland on Twitter. Nouriel Roubini is an American economist who lectures at New York University's Stern School of Business. He's also one of cryptocurrency's most vociferous critics. On October 11, 2018, he said 99% of Cryptoland is one shitcoin traded for another shitcoin, and the average shitcoin cost 90% or more of its value in the last year. So Cryptoland is crapland, a cesspool of lunatics with severe Freudian scatological obsessions that swim 24/7 in their own stinking shit. While the language is crude and the argument is obviously a lot more complex than he makes it out to be, Buterin has always felt the urge to offer rebuttals in defense of his empire. Many have urged Buterin not to reply to base slander, but when Roubini is getting over 1,000 likes per tweet and is also a trusted economic advisor to the US Senate, he's a hard person to ignore. Number 9. Buterin was not interested in Bitcoin the first time he heard about it. Vitalik was first introduced to Bitcoin when he was 17 years old by his father, Dmitry Buterin. Apparently on his first inspection, Vitalik decided it was a concept that would never take off. About a year later, he revisited the subject, and this time became heavily interested in its potential to change the future of global economics. It's comforting to know that even a genius like Vitalik was prone to the naivete of youth at times. Number 10. Buterin has been compared to the greatest minds in the tech world. Some are beginning to talk of Vitalik Buterin on par with Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Elon Musk. The world of crypto is growing every year with more and more people investing. In the same way that Bill Gates brought about the revolution of computers, Steve Jobs unequivocally raised the standards of technology, and Elon Musk explores the future of sustainable power. Vitalik Buterin has led the way for cryptocurrency. One thing they all have in common is the personality cult that surrounds them. Such incredible influence amongst the brightest minds of our modern society is what makes Vitalik Buterin such a powerful individual. And Alexers, if you want to learn some more about Elon Musk, then click in the top right corner to watch our video, The 15 Things You Didn't Know About Elon Musk. Number 11. Buterin hit back at Roubini's skepticism in October 2018. Following Roubini's damning report to the U.S. Senate about the dangers of cryptocurrencies, Buterin decided to defend himself on Twitter. Roubini's main lines of criticism was that Buterin and other technological elites took advantage of a retail market where businesses did not have the knowledge to understand the dangers of their investments. He argued that the whole platform of Ethereum was a scam, and rather than being a decentralized financial system, Buterin was a dictator with more power than Kim Jong-un in North Korea. Buterin replied, he doesn't think that's a fair description. If you look profoundly at the real processes of Ethereum supremacy, you'll discover that while a practical choice does exist, as in all cryptocurrencies, his own participation is much less essential than it appears from the exterior. Number 12. Buterin has a keen interest in writing. In 2011, at the age of 18, Buterin had gained an obsessive interest with Bitcoin. An internet blog paid him 5 Bitcoin every time he wrote an article promoting the subject. At the time, 5 Bitcoins were worth about $3.50. Unfortunately, the owner of the website had to close down because there was not enough interest in the subject. However, later that year, Mihail Alisi reached out to him because he was so impressed by the writing. The two of them founded Bitcoin Magazine, which is now one of the leading publications on the subject of cryptocurrency. Number 13. Buterin used Bitcoins to travel in 2013. In 2013, the price of Bitcoin increased hugely. As a result, the currency that Buterin had earned from his blog posts was now worth a small fortune. He dropped out of the University of Washington and used the money to travel to Israel, Amsterdam, and San Francisco. During his travels, he developed the ideas about Ethereum and wrote a great deal of the white paper that he offered on the subject later that year. Perhaps one of the main reasons that conventionally institutionalized individuals like Roubini criticize Buterin is because they're afraid about how success may be measured rather differently in the future. Number 14. Buterin was given a $100,000 grant to develop his ideas. The Teal Fellowship is a foundation set up by Peter Thiel, meant to provide financial support and educational resources for students under the age of 23 that want to drop out of university and pursue their own interests. The idea behind the foundation is that universities have become archaic institutions that slow down the progress of bright individuals. This was definitely the case with Vitalik Buterin. He used the money to create the $200 billion business platform which he is now famous for today. Number 15. Buterin has conventional economists quaking in fear. Roubini and all of those people who've made fortunes off of exploitation are terrified of Vitalik Buterin. The current global economy has been responsible for the Wall Street crash, the Great Depression, and the subsequent rise of fascism that led to the outbreak of World War II. It was also the cause of irresponsible bankers and city investors that caused the 2008-2009 financial meltdown. Buterin offers a financial system that will democratize the economy and minimize the effects of human recklessness. Taking this into consideration, it seems of little surprise that those who benefit the most from the unjust status quo are the ones criticizing Buterin's aim of creating fairer systems for world trade. And there you have it, Aluxers. Even if you still have no idea what cryptocurrency is, we hope you've learned something about one of the brightest minds behind its rapid growth. And now, a question for all you financial soothsayers out there. How much will the global economy change in the next 10 years as a result of cryptocurrency? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, for sticking with us all the way to the end and being a true Aluxer, here's your bonus. Number 16. Buterin met with Vladimir Putin about using Ethereum to bolster the Russian economy. There are rumors that Putin's meeting with Buterin was to try and gain a better understanding about how the crypto world works. The Russian president wants to see if it can be implemented on a national level in order to strengthen the economy. Putin is one of the world's first leaders to show an interest in cryptocurrency. While the U.S. Senate recoils in fear, more and more countries are embracing the idea of a crypto future. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.